Showtime. Rich Bailey and Trevor Kirkland on the front row. 25 laps. Ladies and gentlemen of Electric City Speedway, you know what time it is. It is hammer down time on Thunder Hill. We're green with the Frontier region. They rumble into 1 and 2. Corey Wormling to the inside, looking for the lead. Then IK takes it off of turn number 2. Rich Bailey with the express lane working up top off of turn number 4. Corey Wormling's going to lead lap number 1. Kelly Miller in 3rd. Trevor Kirkland back to 4th. Rich Bailey, boy howdy, he's got the 0-1 aired up on the top of the racetrack. Ian Myers is stopped in the front, right in the middle of the racetrack. So Ian Myers in trouble. He will bring out the caution with 1 lap complete. Wormling sets the pace into turn number 3. J.D. Olson looks him over. They enter the Bell Helmets restart zone, and we're back at it. Into 1 and 2. Rich Bailey returns to the top of the racetrack, leaves the door open for Kelly Miller off of turn number 2. Miller to the inside into turn number 3. Can't make the pass coming off of turn number 4. Bailey sailing her through off of turn number 4. And he has the second spot by a nose. 25 one-thousandths of a second separating those two drivers. Damon McCune slowing here on the front straightaway. And now Corey Wormling slowing in turn number 3. Corey Wormling slowing. Your leader. So Damon McCune stops in turns 1 and 2, and your leader, Corey Wormling, stops in turn number 4. 2 laps complete, 23 laps to go. Rich Bailey hammers in the Bell Helmets restart zone. We're back at it. Bailey goes to the top of the racetrack and rockets off of turn number 2. Kelly Miller keeps her down low into turn number 3. Trevor Kirkland into the 3rd spot. Off of turn number 4. Rich Bailey rockets off of turn number 2 with Kelly Miller in tow. Trevor Kirkland in 3rd. Garrett Linder trying something different, going to the outside of the racetrack off of turn number 4. He loses ground to Kelly Miller big time. Brian Brown down on the inside trying to make something happen in the 38B. Joe Perry has him aired up on the top of the racetrack in the 28, trying to make something happen and come forward. Kelly Miller is not losing a ton of ground to Rich Bailey. 0.3 of a second is the difference between the top two. Miller biding his time on the inside of the racetrack, hoping that top will go away. But right now, Rich Bailey still holds a 0.3 of a second lead. 6 laps complete. Into turn number 3. Bailey sails her off at turn number 4. Boy howdy, Kelly Miller pulled even. Pulled a 10th off. Trouble for Ian Myers. Ian Myers brings out the caution once again. And a half between that and the ASCS Frontier region joining the ASCS National Series over at the Big Sky Speedway. As the lights are out, we're back to green. Back into 1 and 2. Rich Bailey hits the cushion and takes off. Kelly Miller in 2nd. Off of turn number 4. Miller getting off of 3 and 4 pretty well. But Bailey is just sailing her, sending it full send off of turn number 2. 7 laps complete. Rich Bailey and Kelly Miller in a 2-car breakaway from this field. They're almost side by side. 0.3 of a second is the split once again. Joe Perry is making moves, not faking moves up on the top of the racetrack, looking to get into 4th off of turn number 4. As the 28 is on the move. Perry started 9th and he's into 4th, looking for another hard charger award presented by Rod End. Kelly Miller trying to stay with Rich Bailey, that lead at a half a second. Trevor Kirkland a little out of shape in turns 1 and 2. Joe Perry closes up in the 28. Off of turn number 4, Kelly Miller keeping that left side tire right up on the infield tractor tires, trying to run down Rich Bailey. He widens up his entry through 3 and 4. And the lead is at a half a second. Joe Perry has something working up on the top of the racetrack. Garen Linder is following him through right now in 5th, but Joe Perry's up to 3rd. Kelly Miller pulled even with Bailey that time. 0.4 of a second is the split. 13 laps complete. Rich Bailey this time off of turn number 4, putting a lot of distance between himself and Miller. Leading over a half a second now. Garen Linder passes Trevor Kirkland and moves into the 4th spot momentarily. He does so off of turn number 2 now. Joe Perry on the move in car number 28. Right now he's 3.3 seconds behind Kelly Miller. As Rich Bailey starting to assert himself, he has a 1.3 second lead over Kelly Miller. Perry trying to cut into the gap between himself and Kelly Miller. Those guys run 2nd and 3rd. Sheldon Bender, the last car, set to go a lap down. Rich Bailey has not left the top of the racetrack thus far tonight as he sails her into turn number 3. Oh, getting a little squirrely off of turn number 4. Bailey has to save it going into 1 and 2 once again. Lead now at 2 seconds for Rich Bailey. Bailey, Miller, Perry, Linder, and Kirkland. Then it's Brian Brown and Sheldon Bender. Rich Bailey off of turn number 2 puts a lap on Sheldon Bender. Into turns 3 and 4, Rich Bailey. 21 laps complete for the 01. 4 laps to go. Reminiscent of the July race with the Frontier region. Looking real similar right now as Rich Bailey in his own zip code out in front of Kelly Miller. Miller in unfamiliar territory as thus far he has been in victory lane when he's been rolling this year. Bailey gonna take the white flag. The 406 Electric Bailey Brothers number 01 is down the back straightaway and into turn number 3 to become the 3rd different winner with the ASCS Frontier region in 2025. Rich Bailey wins at Electric City Speedway. Kelly Miller in 2nd. Garen Linder with a slide job attempt for 3rd, but Joe Perry's going to hang on. Rich Bailey pulls it into victory lane for the 2nd time at Electric City Speedway. Out of the car, set to go up top. Rich Bailey in victory lane at Electric City Speedway. Rich Bailey, welcome back to victory lane here at Electric City Speedway. Walk us through that race. What'd you see?
I just, again, got started on the pole, and, there's a good high line tonight, which is in my favor, and just got to the lead and just held on. Felt bad for Corey breaking there, but definitely had some speed on the top, and we struggled the first part of this year, so it's really good to get a victory. So,
very reminiscent of your first win here last year. Were snapshots of that coming through your mind?
Oh yeah. Just don't mess up those last couple laps. I went a little too hot a couple laps ago, and just had to settle myself down because it wasn't a hammer down like the first night. It was kind of a little technical, believe it or not. You kind of couldn't drive as hard, but it was fun. So,
good way to refocus going forward this year. As you mentioned, a little bit of a rough start to this year, but here you are able to refocus and refire going into the next few races here.
Yeah, no, we're trying to do the best we can. The last couple of races we have, I got a baby boy in the way, so life's going to be a little unpredictable here in August, but we're going to try to make as many shows as we can.
Well, congratulations, Rich, on the new kid, and also coming to victory lane here at Electric City Speedway, the 406 Electric Bailey Brothers Speed Shop with his first win of 2025 at Electric City Speedway.